Not bad, kid. And windy has stormy eyes, fresh at the sound of lies. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is either Randy Chavez coming at you today with a VeVe, OMI, Definity, DEVVE, daCat, Shiro, DMC update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. Sorry, I was a minute late. I forgot my water. A lot of stuff going on today. I'll reshare the room later and talk about the tokens going on Coinbase next week. Yeah, let's go. But as of right now, high NFT sales flowing to VeVe and OMI. Yeah, we got that. There's so like I'm gonna have to run through the tokens because we wound up doing like 3 hours yesterday because Manu came on from Definity talking about Bloomsbury money, and let's go over that first. Let's go over Bloomsbury money. If we go over on LinkedIn and we take a look at, no, I don't care. Bloomsbury money. Now, why would we care about this? Well, they did post yesterday. We're excited to launch Bloomsbury Money in Q4, offering UK-issued multi-currency accounts across industries powered by MasterCard with embedded FX conversions across 35 currencies to corporates and private clients who strive for better global banking services. Pilot desktop portal and native Google and Apple apps are launching in September. The account application waitlist is currently open at www.bloomsbury.money. I am one of the beta testers with one of the accounts. One of the first bank accounts, actually. I'm probably the lowest net worth individual with an account on Bloomsbury. I probably one of the first people to ever get an account on there. It is ran by let's go to their people. 3 employees working in business development, one of which my boy Manu that was on the podcast yesterday. He's CEO, co-founder of Definity Markets. And then we also have Michael Idzkowski. And then we have our good friend Michael Sowek. And all of these guys are going in. And what he explained yesterday is that he confirmed on camera that Manu is a serial entrepreneur having multiple businesses, all of which have a little bit to do with Definity. They all take Definity in discounts for their services, and that's what likely they'll do at Bloomsbury Money. I said, hey, is this going to be the same as your other businesses? You're going to be able to take some Definity tokens for discounts on whatever service you provide. He said, well, we're going to see. Basically, they're going to do that. I don't know when. They are supposed to launch in Q4, even though the app is supposed to be ready in September. So like 5 or 6 weeks from now, everyone will be able to download that app. But basically, anyone that wants to get a bank account in the UK can do that. And when you take a look at countries like France that are considered medium to high risk, if any Frenchman, whoever wants to get a bank account in the UK, they can't do it. The only way to do so is to go through Manu. So is this going to matter for anyone that has like $20 to their name or even like, a couple $100 to their name? No. But this is extremely important for people that want to work with crypto, that want to work in these types of things, that want to cash out to these certain bank accounts. You'll be able to do it through them. It's going to be massive for the Definity token. They're already doing well into the 6 figures per month. And he had mentioned that Bloomsbury Money will likely double the amount of revenues that Definity gets because of the services that they offer. And Definity runs so lean. So I had Vicente on, who's the community manager of Stacker. I had him on at 3 p.m. Today. And he said, Randy, what's your biggest bag? And I told him it was Definity. And I said, because they do hundreds of thousands per month. They run very, very lean. They don't have a ton of people. One part of the reason is because their fundamentals are superior to any other company I've ever taken a look at. It's possible that when DEVVE launches their exchange and they have a heck ton of revenue, that will because they're just a bigger company, right? Market cap of their tokens like 50 million, similar with Ecomi, where it's Definity. It's so strange. Like Definity is making more money than everyone. and it's not. It hasn't translated to the token, even though there are buybacks, and even though there are burns. The token is lacking. Like the right, I can't say how much they're doing right now. They are doing well into the six figures per month. Before the end of the year, they will definitely be doing over $1 million a month, and again, $5 million market cap. So anyone that you have a couple tiers. I don't want to even say tiers. A couple of camps of investors where one person will say like, "Listen, bro, I know people that only invest in memes." I think that is absolutely the wrong way to go, but it works for them. A lot of people that I know that only invest in memes are typically whales, and they are ride or die about it. They won't touch anything that I do that has a legit company that has fundamentals to it. They're like, all right, which one has the best community? Which one has the best memes? Let me go with that one. Okay, to each their own. For them, I talk about Shiro. I talk about Grumpy Cat. daCat. Well, I talked about Grumpy Cat 2 years back, but I talk about a lot of stuff that again, it's like when you're going to sell a house. If you know have a 2 bedroom versus like a 5 bedroom, and someone has 5 kids, where are you going to take them? Like simple logic. Um, People that go in and they want fun. Anyone that wants any type of fundamentals, they want to see a profit and loss or balance sheet. I get them either meeting Manu or Tom Anderson from DEVVE, or I even talk about OMI and VeVe, stuff that's backed by legit companies that have these revenues that are like it's very easy for me to sell. I don't think I've ever been in a room with an investor that didn't immediately, but that didn't buy, not immediately, maybe like the next day. But I've never been in a room with people that are looking to invest. I pitch them the companies, I pitch them the tokens. I've never had anyone say no. Now, granted, it's easy because they're looking to invest, but it's how you present yourself. And again, we talked about this on the Omi is My Homie show on Tuesday, and it's not like I have like a hat on sideways. It's not like I'm, presenting these companies in like a wife beater. It's not like I'm talking all, like I have a 400 credit score. If you're able to explain what companies do in a very bite-sized, easy way to understand, and you do it clearly, and if you know the company intimately well enough so that any questions they have, you could just, immediately answer, that's it. If you want people to like, it's one thing to be able to post something or memes, and raid any specific post and work for your bags that way. That one anyone can do. But to go over and actually be responsible for, hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars going into a project, that's another thing. But anyone can learn how to do it. I don't have any formal education. I just worked in sales for a long time. I worked in finance for a long time, and you just have to get good at it. Anyway, I have a couple people going in tonight to DEVVE and Definity, so you might see some buy orders soon. Anyway, that's for Definity. Let me show their. Let's see what's going on with their token. I don't know why that song's been stuck in my head. Down about 5.5% today to about 3.2 cents. $11,000 in volume, so a little bit of an uptick in volume from yesterday. Again, $5 million market cap, so very, very low. And I do nothing but get more every quarter. Who's that? Gonna that. Okay. And that's Definity. I talked about DEVVE, so let's do DEVVE here real quick. Oh, down 10% on the day to 50 cents. These guys are up to. These are up to like 68, 69 cents a few days ago. Now they're down to 50. I might get more. Honestly, at this rate, I might wait because it's possible they go back down to like 41 cents. So I mean, here's their 1 month chart. They went down. They actually went down. The 34 cents might be three. Yeah, they went down to 34 cents back in June, like a month and 5 weeks ago. So I do hope they go down there. I don't. If they do, I don't know. I'll get another 10,000 DEVVE if they go down there. I don't think they will. But I'll start at 40. I'll start at like 45. You know, if they get down to 45, I'll get like another 500 to 1,000 more. They go in that in a 41, same thing. Maybe another 1,000. But if they go down to that 34 cents again, I'll go pretty hard on it. I only have 68,000 DEVVE, so it's not a lot. And that 68, that is worth like 34K, right? I put like maybe 44K in, or 34K now. So definitely would like to dollar cost average. Again, I would really like to do that at the low 40s. And you know, it's possible that we don't get there. It's possible that, hey, you know what? Once it goes to 48 cents, it does like a nice bounce. But crypto in general, let me see the volume on this. 500,000 in volume, a lot of that sell volume. But yeah, crypto not having a good day. So Bitcoin's crazy. We went to 115.8 yesterday. We went all the way up to like 118.7 today. We went up to 118.8, probably worked up to 118.9, and now at 115.7. So we went from like, you know, 119-ish, you know, a few days ago, down to 115.8, up to almost 119 again. So it's been really volatile, probably really good. Probably why Definity had such a good day yesterday. Actually, it's 115.5 right now. It just went down. So yeah, probably why Definity, whenever it's generally volatile, Definity usually has a good day. So today was probably pretty good for them. I haven't gotten the numbers yet today, but I guarantee you they were awesome. Everything is awesome when you're part of a team. And that was Bitcoin. Let's take a look at ETH, which I know did not. Yeah, 36.90. They were up to 30. They were up to like 38.6, 38.7 before, and yeah, now they're same thing as Bitcoin. They just had they're down to 35 something a week ago, up to 39 something, you know, a few days ago, and yeah, pretty volatile. So again, great for Definity, great for people that are trading. If you're just kind of sitting there hodling, yeah, it's rough right now, and it might continue to be rough for a while because you have so many people. You have Josh Mandel, you have all these YouTubers calling for like $444,000, and then Josh Mandel started that maybe by the end of the year. Then all of these YouTubers like, yo, I think MicroStrategy can go to like 1,300. I think, you know, Bitcoin go to like 375, 400K in December. And when you have let's see, it was definitely today. Yeah, in MicroStrategy that had said, no, fuck, did I not? Basically, he said it was going to be like $150,000 in the. All right, let me go to Watcher Guru because I don't want to misquote this here. Let's go to my main man, Watcher Guru, and take a look at what Michael Saylor said earlier today. It is not letting me. All right, maybe I'm tripping. I could have sworn that they said something about it earlier today with it being like 150K. All right, I must be tripping because I don't see it anymore. So disregard what I was just talking about. That being said, Michael Saylor's strategy does file for a $4.2 billion offering to buy more Bitcoin. So they're clearly pretty bullish on it. Oh yeah, no, Michael Saylor's strategy predicts Bitcoin to reach 150,000 by the end of 2025. So you have Mr. Bitcoin saying that it's only going to go up, and what is it, 115 here, 115.5. Saying that's going to go up 30%. Like for crypto, that is not a lot. That is very small. So you have Michael Saylor saying Bitcoin's only going to go up another 30% by the end of the year, and 150 does seem pretty small. Is it really small? No, that's amazing, but it does seem small compared to all these other predictions. Like it's going to go to 400. Usually, whatever people say, it does usually go a bit below that. 150 does seem a little low. You know, we'll see. Maybe he's predicting blow off top. You know, like June of next year, like Bleeds Crypto said. So we'll see. Anyway, that was DEVVE. Let's do we got here? Let's do Shiro. Shiro, what we got today? They are pretty flat, down about 1.5% on the day, over 500,000 in volume, which I'll take, and a $5.81 million market cap. And they also have for Shiro, they are in the top 10 cat meme coins over on Ethereum, which I thought was pretty cool. We have daCat, that is also part of them. daCat's number 9, Shiro's like number 6, so Shiro's a bit ahead, which is fine. Oh, we got a couple of things from Shiro today. Grok, why do you like cats? Wouldn't you prefer Shiro Nico companion? I meow and purr and eat hot Cheetos while drinking white Monster. That's hysterical. I think that's supposed to be Sydney Sweeney next to Shiro, because blue jeans, American Eagle. Crypto meow. Okay, went labs. Okay, and that seemed. Oh no, party in the city where the heat is on. You know what time it is. Welcome to Mission Meow Me, Shiro's crusade to blockchain futurist takeover. We're launching a 100-day crusade that ends in Miami, and trust us, we're not pulling up quiet. Campaign is stacked. Solana Bridge, staking returns, tournaments and trivia, airdrops, buybacks, burns, collabs, KOLs, referral bonuses, marketing blitz, listings, surprises in Miami, future conference, and so much more. Part of that so much more is with me. I'll have a joint announcement for Shiro on Sunday. That will be that'll be 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh yeah, I'm going down. Like I said, that'll be 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And happy end of July. We're gonna have a happy August tomorrow. Do you have any other? I might have if anyone knows who he is, it's a guy named Link. A little over 250,000 followers over on X. I'll probably have him on the channel. I'm hoping on Saturday. I'll keep you guys posted though. X is now #1 news app on the App Store in Japan. Go Elon. Go Elon. It's your birthday. Meow, meow, meow. Okay. What do we got here? Croner saying, let's go. What's going on, Croner? How's it going? Thank you to the 77 people that are here. Omar Sajay, how's it going, fam? Coolmo saying, hey, Randy. Hey, fam. What up? Coolmo, thank you for being a member. Mbaku. Forever. Yeah, what up, Kuma? How's it going, fam? Okay. All right, let's take a look at some other stuff. We talked about Shiro. Take a look at daCat. Take a look at this daCat kitty and see what it's up to today. Same thing as Shiro, down about 1.6% on the day. Oh, a lot of that is really in the last couple hours there. And we are still at a $2.2 million market cap. There is actually more volume on daCat than there is Definity. Definity had 11.2. We're at 11.9. I think a lot of this is because of Ethereum. But let's see if we had any sales. We did have a couple of sales. This looks to be from bots, but they still count. 3,500, 27, 237. Yeah, I'd say 3,800 in sales. So out of that, so we have 66% on the buy volume and 33% on the sell volume. But I will take the volume either way. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Okay, let's a little bit more about daCat. You had Definity Markets increase their holdings on daCat a little bit yesterday. They had a little, or it might have been the day before. I think it was yesterday. You had a little bit more increase in that, and maybe we see that every quarter. Every quarter they might get a little bit more. Very, very, very small amount of revenue, but they do have that on their balance sheet. It did increase. They actually own 7.5% of the daCat IP for daCat Chronicles, and if we talk about companies with their cryptos as well, daCat is actually my second biggest bag. I don't have that much of the token. However, between the IP and the token, it is my second biggest bag. OMI is my third. DEVVE is my fourth. Again, Definity is my biggest bag. Not even close. OMI could do a 4x and it wouldn't matter. Although OMI, I do have a bunch of VeVe NFTs, and I think those should definitely count. But again, I don't have a ton of great stuff. Obviously, the 3 logos is the big thing. 2 partner statues, but 1 partner statue is daCats, and the AF15 Ultra Rare is also daCats. I gave a lot to that freaking to have daCat on its balance sheet, but yeah. And we bought those. I bought those things for daCat at 1,500. It's probably worth about, it's over $2,000 now. The partner statue has come down a little bit. It was like 1,900. Now it's like 16-ish. I'll keep y'all posted. Jamari said, "Sup, Randy? What's going on, fam? Planet Vampire says, hey, everyone. There's happy August. Soon. 3.5, less than 4 hours from now. Hey, I'm really tired. I was like falling asleep before at the Vicente interview. It was wild. Again, wild stuff going on. Last one. Yeah, I know. That VeVe. There's one more VeVe logo at 54 hundo. If any of my tokens do a 3x, I'll grab it. I'll grab it for you. If any of my tokens do a 3x while that logo at 5,400 is there, I'll grab it. It'd be awesome. I'll keep y'all posted. Okay. Let me do ladies real quick. See what they're. I was on a space for them before, and here's what I want to do, because they literally have $5 in volume. What I need to do for ladies is what I'm doing for daCat, ladies and OMI, is that I'm gonna have to host spaces a couple times a week to legit bring, because there's a bunch of ETH whales, well, a bunch of whales in general over on X. I don't know why I don't know what. My back is feeling better, so of course something else has to come up to make my life miserable. There's a lot of whales over on X that they are like, you have like the engagement farmers, like, oh, what's the best community? I'm gonna ape in, and then they don't fucking ape in, right? They're just using people for engagement farming. But even though that is like the general rule, there are always exceptions to that. There generally are people, like we see it with Shirou. There was 2 wallets, both had multi-million-dollar bags in there, like of like ETH and USDT, and they bought a nice amount of Shirou. I think it's possible to unlock some of that liquidity if we go and we have spaces and we're not just fucking talking shit. If we go in and we have people talking about what they do, why they do it, and why people should follow. Like, if you have these successful people, and if you have this history of hard workers, like, dude, Stu Quan, I don't know how successful Stu Quan is from Quakey, but that dude is a mother flapping workhorse, and that dude is just getting it every day. And I don't know what his past successes are, but holy crap on a cracker, is that dude going to either get it done or he is going to move mountains trying. And that, like, I feel like that's the type of people we need. Like, even if you, and again, he could be extremely successful. I don't know, but I know that work ethic and I know where that leads. So that's the idea for spaces. Cause again, ladies, has not been hitting it. So we gotta get some stuff going on there. Before we get to OMI, let's do Delorean. And let's see where the Delorean's at. Hope I'm not getting sick. If I'm getting sick. Oh, down 6% on the day to 0033 for Delorean. This is actually the lowest price it's ever been. And I'm not going to lie. I want to ape, again, the lowest price it's ever been. I want to ape in. Because you're still getting, there's clearly interest there. There's $8.5 million in volume. $10 million market cap. If it goes to like 8, and I know I keep like lowering it, you know, I should want to get some. I mean, I have 2 fears here. One is that I don't get any right now, waiting for it to go lower, and then, you know, it goes insane. My other fear is that I don't wait I ape in, and then it just immediately takes off another 70% haircut. And it's like, okay, I was supposed to make money on this fucking thing. So I would rather at this point wait, because for me, it would take up less mental, it would annoy me less, because I already have some, right? And I'm owed more. So it would be fine if I wait, and it wouldn't be fine, but it would be like, you know, if I waited and it goes crazy, okay, I still have some of the token. I already got paid on it, some of it. That would hurt less than saying like, okay, I'm gonna go in here because I think it is a good price for the long term. But if I aped in and then it like did another 70% haircut, I'd be like, bro, I would turn salty very quickly. So I might wait a little bit, but again, I'll keep you all posted on what it does. And again, the fundamentals are there, the volume is right. There's clear, and now how much of that volume is actually from users, how much from bots, we don't know. But I like it all the same. All right, did we do DEVVE? We did DEVVE. Let's get to OMI. Before we do, is that my whale? That is not my whale. All right, before we do, let me go. Shit. What are we talking about here today? Alpha Live, okay, OMI. Quote, OMI to be on Coinbase next week. Let's talk about it. Chavez, how do you know that OMI is going to be on Coinbase next week? Well, there was a earnings call. Let's see if we can go to it. One poet. Give me one second, and I'll bring it up. And I'll play you a clip of the earnings call.
We are very excited about tokenized securities, much in the same way that getting a digital dollar, we have a dollar in a bank account and you can mint a token. It's one-to-one backed. I think.
Okay, hold on. That wasn't it. It was. Where did it go? I'm sorry. I promise it's here. There we go.
All on crypto rails. Every asset you want to trade in a one-stop shop, all on crypto rails. This means, to start, we're enabling access to millions of spot crypto assets. This is the number one thing our customers want from us. And in Q2, we hit over 300 total assets listed on our exchange. Next week, we'll be rolling out the next chapter of our asset addition strategy by integrating decentralized exchanges right into the Coinbase app, which will eventually enable access to millions of tokens. Every asset
there are really, so I believe
that you want to trade in a
one more
one-stop
time
shop, all on crypto rails. This means, to start, we're enabling access to millions of spot crypto assets. This is the number one thing our customers want from us. And in Q2, we hit over 300 total assets listed on our exchange. Next week, we'll be rolling out the next chapter of our asset addition strategy by integrating decentralized exchanges right into the Coinbase app, which will eventually enable access to millions of tokens. Every asset.
Okay. Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase, just dropped the alpha live on the earnings call. Starting next week, the DEX integration goes live inside the Coinbase app. That means millions of tokens, no more waiting on listings, every base project instantly tradable, fully on-chain access for everyone. This is huge for base builders and beyond. The one-stop crypto shop is becoming real and everything exchange, and it's all happening on-chain. This is one of the most bullish things I think I've ever heard, I think I've ever read. I am, oh God. People going bananas over in the comments there. I'll get to them later. Speaking of comments, what's up, Jamar Reese? How's everything going? Love y'all. Hello, Planet Vampire. Happy August, everyone. We're just 3.5 hours away. Ever Sophia's Earth2 link got me curious. Anyone from the game here? Link down below for that game. Yeah, let's. Oh, is that still active there? So back in the day, Earth2, what they would do is they would say, hey, check out these YouTubers, and on the land it would have other YouTubers, and that was great. That was amazing. We got so many views. Let's check out Earth2 real quick. I have a very small amount of the token. We're at we're down about 5%, 3.4 cents. Everything's down today, so you know it's fine. $12.4 million fully diluted market cap, 11,000 in volume. Crazy. We have the same amount of volume as daCat has more volume than this. The one thing that I don't like about Essence is the liquidity. So $12 million market cap, 160,000 liquidity, which is like, okay, you know, if it's split evenly, 50, still 50 something, you know, sorry, 80,000 each, but it's not split evenly. There's 117,000 in Essence and only 45,000 in Ethereum. So you can own, like, if you have $1 million in it, you can't even cash out 5%. So that's where it gets a little wonky for me. That's where it's like, okay, proceed with caution. However, they can essentially raise money whenever they want by going in and saying like, all right, we're going to release a new skin, a new gun, a new whatever, more land. So they do have revenues. They are able to go in and they have so many players each day. But I think the biggest thing is that I don't think they've raised money in a while, if not ever. So they could raise money whenever they want. And the metaverse looks insanely beautiful. So I do have a very, very small bag. I will get it to a higher bag at some point. Or maybe it takes off before I do. You know, so who knows? Harris, Illinois, that 4X on OMI sounds legit, not gonna lie. 4X on OMI where? All right, yeah, I guess we're talking about OMI now, so let's get to the Ecomi. See where we're at. OMI is down about 1.7% to 000182, and that is with 1.1 million in volume. That is disgusting. And out of that 1.1 million, you're at 27% of it is on DeepCoin, which I guarantee is mostly bots. That's 314,000, and the rest, the other 800,000. Let's see where that's at. Oh, 33% on Gate, 12% on the Sendex. Same thing. I think Sendex has a lot of bots on it. Or the but this, yeah, base is supposed to be like where it's all at, and you know, 3% of the volume's on there. And the OMI, $49 million market cap, less than 300,000 in liquidity. So I want to read Foster's thing from yesterday because it does get me bullish, at least more bullish than you are if you look on the charts here. And I'll show you why. Foster needs more followers. We should give him more followers. Anyone? Oh, did he delete it from yesterday? Oh no, here we go. Foster saying, hey fam, I wanted to take a moment to address the question and speculation I've seen about recent movements from the Ecomi business development wallet. There are two things that I want to make clear right away. The founders are not selling, and the business dev tokens are not being sold on the open market. What is the business development wallet and how is it used? Business development wallet are company tokens available to the company to assist us in all facets of operating the business. This includes paying for staffing, market making, funding liquidity, marketing, forming partnerships, creating integrations and utilities, and about a dozen other things that will benefit and grow the project. Ecomi is not a revenue generating entity, meaning that there are no recurring sources of income to help support all of the above operations. Historically, the company has run quite lean and has not had to tap into the business development wallet as frequently, but as we make strides towards several priorities and integrations that will benefit the project through the rest of 2025 and beyond, having access to capital to ensure that they are successful is necessary. I want to reiterate, while we are working hard to support all these priorities and integrations, not a single token has been sold on the open market. I want to stop there real quick and examine that for a second. Okay, some of that I'm hoping is going to liquidity, because again, the make this comparison all the time. You just saw how much liquidity OMI had a $50 million market cap. The Cat has $500,000 in liquidity locked at a $2.2 million market cap. So again, really like to throw that out there. All right, what the heck is going on? Hold on. Let me see something here real quick. Did Definity just have a bunch of buys? No. Why is it saying that there were buys? Oh, okay. All right. Couple slightly. All right. Yeah. There's a bit. There's the guy that's been buying has 5K left in his wallet. So maybe he'll buy more 5K more Definity. We'll see. But if you take a look at, okay, maybe they're adding liquidity, and if they're not selling on the open market, maybe some's there for an OTC deal. And guys, I've raised millions for companies this year doing exactly that, doing OTC deals. Let's say half of that is an OTC. What is it? 00018. And for an OTC, maybe they give a little discount. So let's say 00016 times $1 billion, 160 grand. That's not an insignificant. Like, what are they doing with that? I think they'll be able to go in and say, all right, we're going to pay a bunch of influencers for OMI. And so again, that's speculation. If they did that, or they could do, like, I don't know what it is. I will let you know that I've been looking into games for daCat, and we want to, like, we have the big comic coming out over on VeVe, and that'll be great. But just that alone as revenue, I don't think is enough to help justify certain market valuations that we're aiming for. So I've been looking to, like, purchase a game, and it, 20, 30 grand, and you can get a pretty fun one. Again, I'm looking at this for daCat. If VeVe did that, oh my God, they would make so much freaking money. So again, this might make sense for daCat as we try to get more people in it, try to get more people to play the game. But we have a very limited audience. But VeVe, which has an insane amount of, if they were to go in and do that same thing that we're looking at daCat, it's very possible they could start generating a lot of money from it, especially because, I mean, they have that audience there. Always looking to incorporate it with OMI. It shouldn't be that hard to do. So again, these are just ideas that they could do with this 160K. Maybe like Ben, come back for 6 months, and they hire Ben Rose back, who would probably command a bit more than that. He would definitely command more than that. You might be able to get him for like 3 months with that. Maybe not even. No, Gary says, anyone else stacking EV NFTs here? Tell me more about that, because I'm not, but maybe I should be. Tell me more about that. Oh God, there's a ton of messages here. All right. I'm your Huckleberry. E2 is my jam. Edward. Hello, guys. Oh, what's up, Stephen Duarte? Nayla Mathalina says, kind of hyped for that DEVVE exchange, though. The exchange is one thing, that's revenues. And they roll that out, I'm hoping, in December. Yes. The trading fees that I'm going to get from that are going to be massive. But what I'm really excited for is the announcement of their exchange partner, which I think could 5x the token overnight. Maybe over a couple of days. That's going to be fun. Right now, not so fun. What is it? July? So early August, September, October, November. So we're about to be late August, September, October. I say within 4 months, hopefully 3.5, we have that announcement. And it might not be, but we'll see. We are 1 month into Q3. So in the next 8 weeks, we should be getting that public shard announcement. Maybe it happens in 7 weeks. Maybe it happens in 2 weeks. We'll see. Language. Sorry. Because OMI 4X would seriously change my portfolio. Fingers crossed. Listen, it is not that hard. So I was going over. I was talking to a couple friends today. Oh, actually, let me finish with Foster here. Founders tokens. The founders each have a personal allocation of OMI tokens, which are visible on the blockchain. These tokens still reside on GoChain network and cannot be used on any centralized exchange or DEX until bridged over to ERC20. while having requested that they both migrate their tokens over to Ethereum for a better part of the year, and even mentioning that this would occur in a Medium article over 6 months ago, the tokens remain untouched and unsold. Founders are not permitted to access BizDev tokens for their own personal gain, nor would they need to, as they have tokens of their own that they can do with as they please. As I wrap this up, I want to say that I should have anticipated that my assumptions, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yes, it provides clarity, Foster. We are good. Something else that I should be good at, but I am not yet, is asking you guys to, what the heck was that? Is asking you guys to do this in a timely manner. If y'all can smash that like button, that's a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are there. You go. There you go. Getting that bread. Okay. Okay. Is that another thing for? Yeah, a little more Definity buys. Good for them. Yeah, so I was talking with a couple of friends today, and oh shit. Double shit. Sorry, I know, language. I'm a ninja. Talking about the amount of what the market cap would be at certain prices. And there are some people out there that is like, hey man, even if we get to all-time high, even if we just get to 1 cent, and yeah, agreed. 50x from here, legit. I don't need it to get that high, but that I think it'll actually get higher. But that's not the point of what I'm trying to say. Even at 1 cent, and we have a $3 billion market cap at that point, that might not even get us in the top 100. Now, it would if we did it right now, because right now the market cap of the top 100, I think you need is like barely $1 billion. It's 1.16 billion. And to get if you had 3 billion, you'd be in the top 50. But I don't think that stays there. I think to get in the top 100 in a blow off top, you're going to need a couple to several $1 billion. And so it's a good thing, because even if VeVe doesn't get in the top 100, it could still be a cent. And after that, a buddy of mine was saying a couple nice things about me, which is great. And they asked, like, what do you think? What would you be happy with? And I was like, well, at 0025, I get my money back. Like the amount of money I put into it, I kind of get back. But I mentioned that if OMI is the first to run, which it might be, I don't think, like DEVVE, I think will do like 100+ X in a blow off top, because the technology is insane and everyone's going to want it. They might do more than 100x. I don't know. But I don't think we really get that crazy run until they announce the exchange partner, whoever it is, and then they roll out the exchange. Like that's several months from now. And Definity will have a new person that'll start marketing as well, that has a little more followers than me, both on YouTube and on X. And I was thinking, okay, if we can solve the marketing issue, if we can get these green candles, again, Manu can come on as much as he wants, and we'll get them started. But I don't think that's going to be. You'll see it run up a couple times. You'll see it run up as people start to realize that, hey, Definity's doing hundreds of thousands per month. Oh, Chavez, did you say they're doing $1 million? Before the end of the year, they'll be doing $1 million per month. Even with the addition of Bloomsbury money, they'll double. Again, I own a piece of that company as well. So this is a great year for Chavez. They'll run up from that, and then they'll run up when Definity gets either bought out, or somebody buys half, or somebody makes an insane offer, because somebody will make an insane offer to Manu for hundreds of millions of dollars, if not $1 billion or billions, by the time this stuff happens, because the amounts of money that they're making, that they will make, will justify a hundreds of millions or $1 billion valuation. But I don't think that happens again for a while. And NFTs are already pumping. You see it over in just the greater NFT market. You see it in VeVe. And I don't think it's that far away that that'll go into OMI. There already is an imbalance. If you take about a month ago, OMI and VeVe NFTs, OMI, VeVe NFTs. And since then, OMI's kind of dipped. And that's not the imbalance I'm talking about. Yeah, VeVe collectibles stayed the same and OMI dipped. The amount that like OMI dipped like 10, 15%. That's not a lot. Some of these VeVe collectibles are up like 70%. So the arbitrage, the chance to like, okay, I made a bunch of money in one, and I can know, and now I can go and get that stuff. Like that's what I'm here for. Partner statues, sub 100 top. Like there's a couple of things that I am pretty into, and I want to. So I might do that and get a little more OMI because again, 275 is not my goal. I want $1 billion. I'll probably get 300 at some point, and maybe even half a billion if other stuff happens. But if OMI is the first to run, and it looks like it probably will be in my portfolio, right? You guys could have something that, well, actually my stuff is running right now. Great. If OMI's the first to run in my portfolio, because it's the second biggest if you just count tokens. But if you count companies and that as well and other valuations, it's my third biggest. And that's including the logos and the partner statues and sub 100 Todd and all that, and the comics and all that jazz. I'll probably start selling. I don't know. I mean, again, at 0025, that's all of my money back that I put in. I don't even know what that. I know I did the calculations. That's 687K. I wouldn't mind taking off 10% from there. And then putting, like, I probably wouldn't even mind if DEVVE and Definity stay down here. I wouldn't even mind taking some off at now 2.0 is only like 550K. I don't really want to take any off there. It's a very low price. But I think you guys know what I'm saying, because from here, even like at 185, that's still $500,000. Peeling off 10%, and putting 25K into it. I was gonna say, okay, maybe I just take off 10%, put 40K into DEVVE, put another 10K into Definity. That's probably what I'd do, even though I would be locking in that loss, because again, I don't actually get made whole on OMI until about 0025. I could potentially consider doing that, especially if I'm able to sell some of my VeVe collectibles, get up to 300 million, or if other money comes in, whatever, before that happens. And it's like, Chavez, I thought, didn't you say this is going to probably go to like 2 to 4 cents? I think it can. So why would you sell when you're only 10% of the way there, or less than that, at 00185? It's because like then OMI would be my biggest bag if that happens before anything else goes, and I would have to, a 10x. You don't need 1000x. You need a 10x into a 10x into a 10x, and that becomes 1000x. And if this happens, a lot of my OMI might be gone by 0075, because even at 006, right? Let's do 00. I mean, yeah, even at 006. Okay, and you get in the middle of that, that's a 4x from there. It's like, Chavez, why wouldn't you keep doing that? Because that's only a 4x from there, as opposed to the other stuff that hasn't run yet that could still do 100,000, 100x, 200x, however much. But that's not the case if it's not. Right now, it just looks like OMI is going to run first because of the NFT market and all that money coming in that's going to come into VeVe, and some of it already has. The other part of it is that, again, I want $1 billion. Maybe Definity surprises me. Maybe one of the guys I have coming in starts these green candles, and they start, and they start going hard. And then that, let's say, gets to more green candles. All right, I see buys coming in, but the price is still going down. Oh, okay, that dude was a bot, right? That's probably why. Derp. And this dude's got some Shiro Nico too. Nice. Should I get more here? I already have so much. Oh, bro, Bitcoin's at 115. Bro, the market is taking an absolute shit. Now it might be 114. Okay, no. Oh yeah, 114.7. Holy fuck. It actually at 114.695. Damn, Bitcoin taking an absolute dump. So obviously that is affecting all the other tokens as well. 114.4. We might go to 112. Did something happen? I mean, it's all bullish news today. It's been nothing but bull stuff. I mean, other stuff that's happening. SEC Chair Paul Atkins says that Wall Street and Silicon Valley are lining up to tokenize. Trump says he's going to ban Congress from trading stocks. Great. The SEC chair just said that most crypto assets are not securities. Like what? Like Michael Saylor just said, like he already raised $2.5 billion last week and bought 21,000 Bitcoin, and he said now he's going to raise another $4.5 billion and buy even more Bitcoin. So the market is not marketing. It's not making sense. And when you have the SEC chair saying that most crypto assets are not securities, that's one of the most bullish things that I've ever heard. This doesn't make sense. There's clearly mass manipulation here. The SEC launches Project Crypto initiative to modernize securities rules and shift markets on chain. Tether reported a net profit of $4.9 billion in Q2, becoming one of the largest holders of U.S. Treasuries with $127 billion in holdings. Yeah, this isn't making sense. So again, clear manipulation. Coinbase is going to introduce tokenized stocks and prediction markets for U.S. users. All of this is absolutely mind-blowing. And it's not translating into, I mean, the bears and shorts are having a field day, but it's the opposite of what should be happening. What should be happening is that, people are going up from this bullish news, but it's the opposite. So this will end at some point. I know there's going to be some people that are saying like, oh my God, it's the new bear, the bull's over, because, people are silly. But yeah, it's just absolute mayhem. A lot of blood here, which again, if you're shorting, you're having a great day. Me sitting on the sidelines. I mean, let's see if I can buy some things here. Because if DEVVE goes down to 2.9 cents, I'll get a little bit, or Definity rather. DEVVE's at 46 cents. Okay, yeah. Give me one sec, guys. We're gonna get this bread. I'm probably not gonna go to New York Comic Con. We're gonna pick up some DEVVE here. Not much. Not much. It's gonna get a little bit. Ooh, just a little bit. Ooh, what you want? I got it. What you need? Oh, a little respect now, just a little bit. Ooh. All right, so I just picked up $275 worth of DEVVE. That should bring me to 69,000 DEVVE. Let's go. I love this game. Yep. I am now at the 69,000 DEVVE. Heck yeah. Everyone comment nice down below for the 69. But yeah, everything just taking a giant shit. This is probably why I want, yeah, I should get, oh God, what should I get? I don't know. I should get more stuff. It's shopping day. The bad thing is that ETH is down too. So I can't, like, it was nice when ETH wasn't down, and I could get more. This is why I probably should just kept it all unstable. ETH is down like 5% today. Yeah, 36.67, and which is not as bad. DEVVE's legit down 17%, and it's probably going to go lower. So if it's all right, 16% now. My tiny little buy bar up there. But yeah, Debbie's having a horrible day, which again is great if you want to stack more, which I do. Anyway, there's a bunch of stuff going on here. Keegan Davies says, so OMI's just chilling as the biggest bag. Interesting. I mean, for some, sure. Oh, as far as crypto goes, it'd be the second biggest bag. As far as overall, it's my third. But I think it's pretty undervalued for me. Other people might not think that way. Big as I agreed. I just went over that. Snagged the Cat's AF15 Ultra Flex, like the Cat's AF15. Wait, so like let's go to VeVe real quick because the AF15 in general, I feel like Cat's might be a little bit of a typo there. Amazing Fantasy, which again I have one as well. There are, although technically it's the Cat's. Yeah, the ultra rare AF15 is 688. So if you got one of those, heck yeah. The common went back down to 166. Okay, secret rare. Okay, very nice. But yeah, get that bread. Oh my god, finally some real VeVe hype. We getting this bread. Cynthia writes going on saying, does anyone know how rare some of those VeVe NFTs actually? Yeah. I know all of them. So the rare, because you could have something that's super rare. Like I think the Ant-Man secret rare has like 90 versions of him, and he's like $1,000. But it's not a first appearance Ant-Man. It's Ant-Man in general is I have his first appearance. I have multiple of his first appearance. They're Marvel Mighties. Some people don't like those. I am a big fan, so I'm a bit biased. But I think they're like $4. Let me go to Ant-Man. Yeah, so these there are like 4,000 of them, and that's why they're $2. So I have 8 of him, and they're $2. It's like, well, why don't you sweep the floor? Because the 2 of mine that I have are 74.94. They are sub 100s. There's only 59 of them. And again, people tend to not really like the might. Well, there are some people that don't like it because they're these kind of cute little things, which I think make them appealing. But yeah, first appearance Ant-Man for $2, right? Little low in my opinion, but there's like 4,000 of these. And the one that I'm talking about is this Ant-Man in the Quantum Realm, like $900. It's not a first appearance, but he is very scarce. There's like 90 of him. Something that I think people would really appreciate would be Spider-Man Noir, because Spider-Man Noir, there's only 80 of him, and price of $10,000. There's one guy Blah that has like 8 of them, right? He's got like 10% of the supply, and this is actually for number 69 too. Nice. So this is the scarcest Spider-Man, and it is a first appearance because it's Spider-Man Noir. So you have the original OG Spidey, OG Peter Parker Spider-Man. You have like 32,000 common. You have and then you have 1,000 secret rare, and that secret rare is like $5,000 now. Which a week ago it was like 3,100. So you're like, oh shit, yeah. Some of the stuff's moving. But so that was the Peter Parker. Everyone wants that. Then you have Ben Reilly, which is in every way Peter Parker, because he's his clone. But he's Ben Reilly, so he's first appearance, and that's pretty scarce. There's like 600 something of him, and he's a couple $100, but not Peter Parker. Then you have the Zombie Hunter Spider-Man, which is still technically a first appearance as well. It is Peter Parker, but it is a variant, so he doesn't really go that high. And then you have multiple other Peter Parker Spider-Man, like non-first appearances, that dime a dozen. The Spider-Man Noir is $10,000 because it's scarce, and it's not because, and again, it is a variant, but the one that just came out, the secret rare, it is a con exclusive, and we have a couple of con exclusives. It's $259, and there's only 500 of them. So that I think that goes much. Again, I sold at 212. I was impatient. I shouldn't have, but I think that goes higher. But if you want something that's scarce, a combination of scarce and arguably one of the most significant things on the app, I would argue it would be the gold and silver VeVe logo. There's only 5. There's actually like 450 of them. It's $5,400. Then after that, it goes to $8,500. I have 3. And I also have the number 41. It is the lowest mint that you can get. I do like that. If you want something that is super, super significant, partner statue, arguably probably the most significant on the app, because it is first appearance Mickey Mouse and Walt Disney. And there's a bunch of Mickey Mouse. This is the first appearance, but there's only one Walt. And this is, and $1,500. Now, granted, it was $1,000 like 2 weeks ago. So you are paying, 50% over that. But, now you go from buy this one at the floor at $1,500, then it goes to $1,800. I actually kind of want to do that. And then if you want like a 3-digit, you get one for $22.99. You get one $2,300. Once this 3-digit sells, and I think it should, I'll put one of mine up for like $2,500. See where that goes. Big one says, "OMI needs more utility, more YouTubers making videos. Why VeVe ain't paying?" So that's what I believe that some of their stuff is. That's what I believe some of those tokens might do. Is that they said they're not selling on the open market. Basically, not a single person or not a single token is being sold on the open market. I think they might be doing an OTC deal there. Now, obviously, some of that's probably going to go for liquidity. Some of that's going to go for business operators. But I think some of those tokens that are being sold might be going to marketing, and we know how to do it. It was done last bull run. You pay a bunch of big YouTubers and influencers in space. Now, if they do it the same way that Delorean did, they're cooked. Because Delorean gave people tokens and everyone sold. So as long as you give them Ethereum or stables, whatever, they should be fine. But we know how to do it. Hire the biggest people, have everyone talk about it, and then it goes nuts. Do not give people tokens. I don't know who's buying that. I would have loved to have been like, "Hey, Chavez, can you raise some money for us?" That would have been great. I am very good at that. But maybe they have viral. And again, that's even if they're doing that, which they might not. But it's gotta be, right? That's the only way to be able to pay for some of this stuff. So I think that's what's going to happen soon. Benjamin Zaltana saying, "This vid got me thinking maybe I should jump into some NFTs before 2025. Well, you probably should have. However, this is ETH at like 3,600. You have Milady makers, you have CryptoPunks, you have Moonbirds, like all this stuff is currently moving. But I don't think this is the top, even for stuff that's already ran. Would it have been easier to get Moonbirds at a $900 floor? Absolutely, we should have done that. But we would have said that at 2K, and then it would have got cut in half. So 900. And what's a Moonbird now? Let's take a look. Let's go to OpenSea. And let's search up some Moonbirds here. 2.12 ETH. Oh, shit. I just X out of all my messages. They're gone. So 2.12, what is it, 3650? So now it's a $7,700 floor, and which is so much better than, it's like 7x, but I still think this has a lot of room to run because, again, Ethereum, where we're at, is 3680. Like, it's very, very low compared to where I think it could be X amount of months from now. I think ETH goes to 7,500. It's more than a doubling of here. And those, and if Moonbirds were to stay at 2.12 ETH, okay, then you're at $15,400. But I don't think that's the case. I think they go to like 3, 4, 5 ETH and even higher. Same thing with Pudgy Penguins, same thing with CryptoPunks, same thing with Milady Makers. And I think a lot of that is going to flow into VeVe. So a lot of this culturally significant stuff, first appearance Darth Vader, first appearance Luke Skywalker, first appearance Elsa, for all of these first appearances on the blockchain are on VeVe. So I think it's going to behoove a lot of these ETH whales to send it to Stacker, swap that Ethereum for OMI, bridge it to base, and go crazy, because you have your prices on VeVe. The prices on Stacker for those same collectibles on VeVe, they're usually a little bit lower. Because if you have something on VeVe and you want to sell it, after the selling fees, whatever they are, you still have to pay a 10% cash out fee to withdraw to your bank account. But on Stacker, you don't have to pay that cash out fee. You get crypto for it. You swap your OMI for Ethereum or stable, and you swap it out, and you send it to wherever you want. So I think a lot of these ETH whales, or a lot of these people that are on VeVe, they're going to be selling to the ETH whales over on Stacker, and it's a win-win-win for everybody. You know what says? Randy says not financial advice. Probably no. Yeah. Man, I don't know why, but low-key excited for DMC this year. Because it's a legit project. It's a token attached to a legit project, and they have these really big, innovative ideas. And at some point, that's going to take off. Like at some point, that's selling. Like they stop selling, and at some point, that bull market really takes over. And sure, memes are going to run again, because they will. Because people are imperfect, and you don't have to understand memes. You think, oh, a dog is funny, and you just do that. But people are also going to be looking for projects attached to businesses that make revenue, that are innovative, and DMC fits all of that. So again, that's why I never sold my tokens, even at a cent, before it took that 70% haircut, because I believe that was too small. I think it goes crazy, in my opinion. Jared Duckstein says, been waiting for some fresh updates on OMI. Feel like this is going to blow soon. I agree. All of this stuff that you're taking a look at, like none of this is baked in. Wind the clocks back, even 6 months ago, on Stacker, you were only able to buy you were able to buy Superman with crypto and Batman with crypto, but you couldn't buy Disney. And everyone was convinced, except for a few of us, are like, bro, Disney will never agree to this. Disney's never going to allow their stuff to be sold for crypto. Lo and behold, now we have it. And that's one of the most major things I think people are missing, because last time you couldn't do that. Last time a lot of ETH whales weren't really in, because a lot of them didn't want to sell their ETH, bring it to a bank account, put it in an enclosed ecosystem, and then now you can do that. You can do all that. You can go in, have your ETH, swap it, and then boom, buy it with this crypto, and you're done. And the interoperability, I don't know when that comes. They've been working on it for 6 months. I don't know what type of solution that they'll have, but I think it's going to be pretty awesome. And maybe we get that this year, a Stacker update. Maybe we get it next year. But I think we're very, very close to having that, and that's what really a lot of Web3 purists really, really care about. Will bots ruin the hype though? Bots bring back the hype. Because if you can't get, what do people want? It happens in love, it happens in jobs, everywhere. People want what they can't get. And you saw the bots with the secret rare Spider-Man that just came out this past week. That's why I did so well. That's why, and it looks good for, it doesn't look good for me because, bots suck. But 2 weeks ago, we had 500 active daily users on. Now, granted, I'm using the low end of that curve. There were some days where we had 700-800 users. But there were some days where we had 500 something users. In the last week and a half, there's been 2 days where we've had under 1,000 users. So again, the bots do serve their purpose in multiple ways. It creates hype because of scarcity, because you can't get certain things, and it makes us look good because we have more active daily users. At some point, bots will ruin it, and people will get tired, be like, "Bro, I can't get anything." Fair. But as of right now, they're doing a necessary evil. And it says OMI is not going to be on Coinbase. There was some kind of Uniswap on the app where millions of tokens can be swapped. Yeah, it's the same thing. Every token on base will be on Coinbase through that DEX program. Zelda Leia says, "Man, if these projects pump, I want to regret not buying earlier." Yeah, you probably will. Same here. And there are, there's so many of these, so many comments. I'm not gonna be able to get to them all. Charles Keenan says, "Randy, always keeping it 100%. No weird flex, just facts. X-Men for the win." Thank you, Charles. Reyes is gonna put a little OMI in. We'll put a little in OMI. Feeling confident after this vid. Why, thank you, senor. Godspeed. Jacket RB, what's going on? How you doing, fam? Mr. MC1 reposting the stream. Thank you so much. Alexander Charmaine says, "OMI looks strong. Not gonna lie, I think so too. I think so too." Sasha Ronald says, "For real though, more NFT news here than from anywhere else. Oh, why? Thank you, fam. I'm gonna take a picture of that, and I'm going to send it to the Snapchat after I get a thing. Okay. Who just texted me? Free Saturday after 12. Give me 1 second here. I have to give a call. Brendo, meow, meow, meow. 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. 30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Copy. Meow, meow, meow. Okay. What we got here? VeVe Exchange on chain is going to make the whole. I mean, OMI I mean, obviously OMI on there is going to go great. Let's go. I just did that. I needed to do it for Snapchat. Sorry, guys. Dean Amity says, kind of new here. Someone's going to be in Earth2 Connect. They don't really yet. They probably will at some point. Just in the metaverse, things are going to be like avatars. I think both of them use Ready Player Me. Earth2 is probably going to have, probably just the interoperable avatars between their metaverses. That would be it. Maybe some other assets as well. Probably some VeVe assets in Earth2, Earth2 assets in VeVe, probably that cross-pollination elsewhere, but we're not sure yet. Just meters only look super I think it does. I think it does. And Earth2 not connect, VeVe and OMI are though. Well, I mean, I think they can eventually just because each metaverse will want to be interoperable with other metaverses. There's a lot of stuff that's going up. There's a lot of collectibles on there that seem to be up 70% this week, some 80%, some have doubled. And so is anyone else hyped for daCat drop? Probably not going to be till September, but yeah, we're going to get 2025 comics. It should all be, has like 15 first appearances in it. It's my first one that's going out. It'll do really well. Can't wait for it. Bieber Cuthbert saying, seeing these heavy exchange moves, feels like we might hit the moon soon. I mean, the exchange is not really going to be out until like December probably, but yeah. Again, what it's doing right now, again, it's a great time to buy. I just got a little bit more, put a couple $100 in before, and I got up to 69,000. Nice. 69,000 DEVVE tokens, not that's worth like 30 something K. But I feel like the exchange, like the big thing is probably going to be the announcement of that exchange partner. When the DEVVE exchange comes out, that's going to be another catalyst, but I don't think it's going to be something that we'll do like a 20x from. I think that's really going to be the announcement of the partner. Sub Zombie, DEVVE to the moon. I know, fam. I know, right? I know. They're okay. All right. We're gonna try to go a little bit hard. Let me get back to this, guys. I'm gonna have to cut the comments at some point because I have a bunch of news to go over. What's up, Zombie? How's it going, fam? How's OMI token fit into this whole VeVe ecosystem? On the app, technically not, but they have this third party called Stacker. And on Stacker, you go in and you connect your VeVe wallet. And once you're in the VeVe wallet, like once you have that on Stacker, you can send OMI there, you could send Ethereum, you could send USDC, you could send it on the Ethereum blockchain or on Base. And once you send it on the Ethereum blockchain, it takes 2 seconds to go in and swap over to Base. And again, once that happens, you're able to buy any collectible that anyone lists for OMI. And you often do it at a discount. And once you get that, you can kind of chill with it there. You are going to have to open the the VeVe app in order to view the collectible in like AR and take videos with it in virtual reality. But for the most part, it's pretty simple. They kind of do that all on the back end. They've been following VeVe for months. I'm kind of hyped for 2025. Same here. Same here. Glad to see old people coming back and new people joining. What's up, Zombie? How's it going? Well, I was one of the first people. So Jackson Buffy says, anyone else signed up in the DEVVE exchange yet? Feels promising. So I was one of the first people to ever sign up. So link down below if you have not signed up yet for the DEVVE exchange, and you get your referral code there. Once you get your referral code, you're able to refer other people. And anyone that goes in and refers someone, you get 30% of their trading fees. I have like 50 something people signed up. Let me check that. Let's go to the DEVVE exchange Is it Webblock? Yes, it is. Okay. And let me go to my thing over here. I'll let you know how many people have signed up. For the I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright. Baby, I'ma have the best heckin' night of my life. And wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride. But you know I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright. Go to my accounts. Yeah, I got 53 people signed up, and I'll be getting 30% of their revenues. And then anyone that they sign up, I get 15% of their revenues, and anyone that they sign up, I get 10% of their revenue. So, and you could all do that as well. So again, link down below to sign up for the DEVVE exchange. Got more essence today. Price is looking juicy. It is. I got a tiny bit yesterday, but I have like no money left. I keep on buying, and the prices keep going down. So I want more DEVVE now. I have 69,000. I don't need more, but I want more. You know, I'm gonna try to raise money soon. I'm going to raise some money soon. I don't have a lot, like 5K left. Yeah, we'll get this bread. Mistradam, me too. Only gonna pump to 10 cents. 10 cents is a lot. It might, you know, who knows? We don't know. What we do know is that there has been $400 million liquidated from the crypto markets in the past 4 hours. I repeat, $400 million worth of money liquidated from crypto in the past 4 hours. That is bananas. Is live. Give us a shout out. All right, I got my friend saying I'm live, giving me a shout out. I will shout out my homies. The 532 people that are there. Thank you so much for joining. Bouncing. Come say hi on live. Bill Gardner, what's going on? Incredible. Grab my $10 free VeVe Easy Money link down below to the VeVe link. You get $10 free. Link down below. So I think everyone's going to want to do that. Thank you. Thank you, Raymond Liam, for going and getting that bread. I just accidentally. All right, we're going to see what we have on the. Let's see what we have on Ethereum, down to 36.59. We'll see what we have on Bitcoin, 114.8. So we were actually at like 114.6 before, maybe 114.4. So we're actually up. Maybe we bottomed there. You know, we shall see. B. Rosarias, I'm low-key worried about the market. This vid gives me hope for real. Thanks, Randy. No problem. Again, it's all bullish news. People are just crazy. Manipulation, trying to shake people out, getting to sell their stuff, and then it'll go back up. Time to get you more YouTubers talking about VeVe and OMI. I agree. I think these are some of the stuff that, these are all the little things that make me smile. These are all the little things that make life worthwhile. Everybody knows that, hey, what's going on, VeVe Zombies? Stacks on stacks. On Iron Man 616 reposting the stream. Thank you, fam. We appreciate it. Appreciate all the people reposting. We got Iron Man reposting. We have Miss Gecko requoting my post, going on saying, I love this game. It's a good game to have because a lot of stuff is going up. And I'm gonna be here all night, gentlemen. Oh gosh, where are we? VeVe Zombie said Earth2 and OMI to the moon. Javon Lai said, VeVe gonna blow up for real? I think so as well. I think there's a lot of good gains to be had, in my opinion. Emma Doug says, honestly, if the trading fees drop in December, it could. Bro, okay, so we are at. I'm gonna drop some knowledge on people here because it's important. I think that when you talk about rates for whether it's hard money loans, whether it's the treasury, like so the long end of the treasury curve, the 30-year treasury bill is at like 5% because the Fed refuses to cut rates, which is insane on $36 trillion in debt. The average rate in which we've borrowed is like 3.3%. So the average of all treasuries is borrowed to pay its bills. And right now, the world is telling us we don't want to lend America money unless it's at 5%. But right now we have it at 3.3. And if you spread that across the 36 trillion, the run rate on just the interest is $1.2 trillion per year. If that 3.3% spikes up to 5, You go from 1.2 trillion per year to $2 trillion a year just on the interest. That is bananas. And that number will only get bigger if that continues to happen. But the Fed can make adjustments on the short end by just cutting rates, which is paramount for the health of the country. Without that, again, we still have a bunch of these NFTs that are going for like crazy amounts of money. Somebody spending $9 million on CryptoPunks. You know, there's risk in not doing that. Like yeah, I forget the name of the movie where somebody says, if you keep your chips off the table, you are not going to lose them, but you are not going to make any money either. Well, Elia says, I feel like the Cat and Shiro tokens got big potential waiting for us, not going to lie. Well, I mean, you have the Cat that's already on an institutional balance sheet, and they just got more the other day. You also have people that go out and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to ape in hundreds of thousands of dollars on the Cat. If you, Randy, can get it to a $10 million market cap. And in the last couple of months, I'll take a look here right now. Let's search it on Gecko Terminal. I've taken it from 400,000 to 2.18 million. I just need to do that again. Just need to do less than another 5x to get it to that 10 million. And I think I can do that pretty much by myself. And I don't need to do it by myself. There's an entire team that's working with me to make all of this happen. So everyone does their part. 5x overnight. Yeah, for DEVVE, when they have that, I mean, it could be with anything. It would be easier for Definity because Definity's only at a $5 million market cap. But for DEVVE, their partner is going to be so huge. Like here's what Definity just said. Well, here's what Bloomsbury Money just said. If I can take a look at it. Bloomsbury Money had just had a post saying, we're excited to launch Bloomsbury Money in Q4, offering UK-issued multi-currency accounts across industries powered by MasterCard with embedded FX conversions across 35 currencies to corporates and private clients who strive for better global banking services. Pilot desktop portal and native Google and Apple apps launch in September. Clearly, they inked a deal with MasterCard. And my guys, when some of these press releases come out and you get a bunch of eyes on Bloomsbury Money, Definity, and the Definity token, that's going to be massive. And it's easier to do that for Definity, I think, because they're such a low market cap. It's a 10x, and they're where DEVVE's at. So 5x should be very easy. And again, some of these things can happen overnight. New exchange means for Definity holders. Well, it depends on the exchange that you're talking about. If we're talking about DEVVE, that DEVVE exchange, I'm going to need a little more water. If we're talking about that DEVVE exchange, it might not mean anything at first because that's going to be several months away. Talk about Bloomsbury Money, that's going to double Definity's revenue when it comes out in Q4, October, November. I think before the end of the year, you get well over $1 million a month that they're making. Need the NFT hype back, only to the moon. We're trying here. We're trying. Yeah. Sub Chloe's and trade fee is going to be crazy for real. That's 60%. Like if you pay 60% of your trading fees, like that referral program is the best referral program I've ever seen, maybe except for Earth2. But Earth2 was the most successful referral program from Facebook like ever. Thank you. Did you go there, Tony? I did not, but friends did. My boy texted me, watching the Area 51 Netflix special. Did you go there in 2019 for the Storm Area 51, or am I dreaming? I did not, but my friends did. What's not on DEVVE? Just sign up using the link. 10 free US dollars. Feels good, man. Well, thank you. Link down below to sign up for the DEVVE exchange, and link down below going over for to sign up for VeVe, getting $10 free. $10 free. Tried to VeVe last month. Been fun collecting. Excited for trading too. A lot. I mean, hope all is well, dude. Let me give him a quick photo here. Everything is awesome when you're part of a team. Streaming and getting that bread. getting that bread. Let's have you back on soon. My boy is awesome. Gears of War is good. Gary Vee launched TCG Friends. VeVe should collab. Make it. I agree. I think they should. I think there's a lot of cool things out there that they could do together. If I kind of will. Watching your not grandma. All right, let's start to get to some of the news soon, because I think we should. I'm not gonna lie, this portfolio keeps going down, and I should really buy more. Give me 1 sec here. Come on, Debbie, go to Debbie. Can you go down to like 40 cents, please? All right, where's Definity at? God, Definity, where are you? 3.1 cents. Okay. I mean, here in this type of market, deeper insights is super helpful. Been debating these tokens for weeks now. Well, thank you. I'm gonna go. Okay, let's go to some of this news here. Where we at? We had to go from yesterday. All my trouble seems so far away. Coverage 17th denied. Favorite character. Sorry, boys. We just got to get some of the news where we left off. This was my profile picture 11 years ago on Facebook. It was awesome. Oh, my friends, her going away party, or she went to Korea. Checking in. BlackRock says crypto stablecoins are payment method in the future of finance. Agreed. Thank you, Jenny. Love the energy. Monkey. BlackRock bought 58,560 Ethereum a few days ago, worth 223.7 million. Big money is buying. Anchorage Digital. I have no idea who Anchorage Digital is, but they purchased 10,141 Bitcoin worth $1.19 billion. That is bananas. DEVVE says it's estimated that $1.5 trillion of real estate funds will be tokenized by 2030. The DEVVE ecosystem has the scalability, infrastructure, and functionality to handle the demand. Are you ready for the future of tokenization? The U.S. economy grew 3% in Q2, beating expectations. Again, you have the U.S. economy growing 3% in Q2, beating expectations, and you have like these crazy people that are selling on this news. This is not smart. And again, you have people buying the dip. We went down to 114.4. We're up to 115.1 now, 115.2 now. So again, it was a wicked dip. ETH went, I think, down to 36.40, up to 36.89 now. I probably should have bought more DEVVE, because I guarantee you it's gonna. Oh no, it's still at 47. I got it at like 45, I think. 46. We'll see what happens. Let me, and that's just on the Gecko terminal. Let's see what the DEVVE's at over here. Yeah, it's 46.91. Let's continue on. And guys, there's a lot of things. So if you want to get your super chat, if you want to get your stuff read right away, because right now I just got to get to the show. Target wallet is not registered. Okay, very good. Yeah, so somebody was trying to bridge their tokens over from VeVe to OMI or VeVe to Stacker, and I was like, bro, just use the bridge. They used it. It was easy. They said it was the easiest thing that they've ever done. All right, so DEVVE official group, you have this one guy talking about the switch from T+2 settlement time to T+0, which is instant settlement, is one of the biggest transformations coming to global finance. It eliminates counterparty risks. It frees up billions in locked capital, like $100 billion in some cases. It removes legacy intermediaries like Swift, XRP, DTC, Clearstream, other clearinghouses with DEVVX, and enables 24/7 programmable markets. DEVVX supposedly already settles trades and instantly with CTS, the contingent transaction sets. But when combined with DEVVX's modular, scalable infrastructure, DEVVX as a programmable settlement layer, you have verified asset flows like ESG. I think it'll be super easy to see how the ecosystem could actually replace clearinghouses like DTCC, Euroclear, or Clearstream over time, along with other antiquated systems. Legacy systems can't keep up. They actually won't even try for the most part. They'll simply invest and acquire new emerging tech, which DEVVE can license out whenever they want. I guarantee they have a bunch of patents as well, which I guarantee you a bunch of people are stepping on. In a similar way that Will Stewart left a niche company like Expanse, which is energy market focused, because something new with more potential arrived, a company touching all markets like DEVVE. Investor companies in the traditional space are already eyeing up the new blockchain tech, seeing big money flows into crypto and blockchain now. It will make Will and the team's job easier when Trump and others are pushing the narrative for these solutions. DEVVE is perfectly placed if the team can deliver on this roadmap, in my opinion. Oh, lordy. Meow, 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 meow. Oh, wow, there's a lot of people here still. There was $750 million of USDC minted the other day. President Trump says that Powell must lower rates. I agree. Powell's a derp. Spencer, that bought Moonbirds recently, said that we've earned basically $0 in royalties since buying Moonbirds, even though we are doing millions of dollars a day in volume. That's okay, though, because our company never planned on having revenue stream that way. That's why interoperability is so hard, because you can't really guarantee royalties, which Disney and everyone needs. White House crypto report does not include details about the strategic Bitcoin reserve. And GTA 6 is expected to make $2 billion on day one alone. $2 billion on day one would be wild. Share a Bitcoin. All right, so you have Indonesia set to raise tax rate on crypto transactions. Ridiculous. The share of Bitcoin dollar trade, the dominant global trading pair taking place during US hours, has jumped to 57.3% from 41.4% in 2021. Very nice, 15.9% in total. Coinbase and JP Morgan Chase joined forces to make it even easier to access crypto. Nice. Yeah, get a Chase card. Trump administration releases report from crypto working group, omits details on Bitcoin strategic reserve. FG Nexus debuts with $200 million raise from Ethereum Treasury strategy. Amazing. Project Clarity, very good. Treasury Secretary Bissent says he is not expecting the Federal Reserve to cut interest rates, of course. All you have to do is sit tight and prepare. Most are losing their mind wanting this now, talking about lowering rates, which will likely happen in September. And then they want alt season. It's going to take a couple months. DeLorean airdrop race continues on Galaxy. If you haven't started lap 3 yet, what are you waiting for? Go get that bread. 2 days ago, 1.4 million OMI was burned from the circulating supply, thanks to the 116 OMI to NFT transactions over on Stacker. That's right, Marvel, DC, Disney, and NFTs, leading to direct burns of our beloved token. And thank you. And before you say that's not enough, realize that most tokens are instead inflationary. I thought this was pretty cool they had that. 90-day pause on tariffs, which is great. The tariff deadline for the imposition of higher U.S. tariffs on various countries, as set by Trump administration, is August 1st, 2025. Date markets the end of a 90-day pause, and there's going to be another 90-day pause, which is fantastic. Digital Grail says, why does everyone think I'm a bot? I'm just a Wi-Fi warrior from the Himalayas trying to mint Marvel drops before the power cuts. Even VeVe official thought I was too efficient. Cut my affiliate link like a running cartel. God damn. I collect, I cope, I reload the app. My man. Ecomi says, today we celebrate Ethereum's 10th anniversary. That was a few days ago. Ethereum changed crypto by enabling apps and smart contracts, opening up new possibilities like DeFi, NFTs, the foundation of digital collecting on VeVe official with OMI. That was yesterday. To celebrate the upcoming Spider-Man Day on August 1st, never mind, I don't need to read that. Dave Omi VRA says, I'm being the ultimate moon boy, wishful thinker here, but Pokemon Go ads keep linking to a Ecomi post on my X. Why the algorithmic advertising? Pokemon Go in the VeVeverse with some kind of OMI functionality, and this token blasts into the top 50. Agreed. We have Dr. Stuff. I love this man. I love this man from my heart. I love him. Dr. Stuff says, I think people need to watch my whole take on this. This is just a clip and doesn't show everything I said. My biggest thing is that our channel doesn't seem to get the same love from the VeVe team as it did when Ben Rose was co-CEO. Seemed like things were trending towards more of a focus towards OMI. The other thing I brought up is that I'm not seeing a big push to talk about the token publicly from David that I see from other large projects. For example, there was an excellent panel on the future of digital collecting. David did an awesome job speaking on VeVe, but he didn't talk about OMI at all. On the flip side, Pudgy Penguins was there and talked about their NFTs and then made a big point to talk about Pengu. These are missed opportunities that I hope David and the team start taking advantage of. Agreed. 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 And then important information is needed by August 20th. Treasury Secretary Bissent unveils roadmap to make America a crypto superpower. Let's go. Trade volumes aggregated across venues have trended lower since the beginning of the year. In fact, trade volumes have failed to reach post-election highs despite prices now trading well above their Q4 2024 levels. And White House's working group released a lengthy crypto report, including legislative proposals, crypto stockpile details. President Trump says he heard Fed Chair Powell will cut interest rates in September. I hope so. I hope so. Holding DMC long term. Can't wait to see the impact of those sales. Same here. Same here. Go OMI. Go OMI. It's your birthday. He says, Randy should make a new short vid of the top 5 crypto projects to invest in, and maybe another short vid explain each one. Maybe I could do that tonight. Peters has been watching this shows in the NFT market rise. No cap. You can't see me. Oh my God, VeVe getting big soon? We think so. We think so. Slowly but steadily. VeVe giving 10 free bucks is kind of sus, but I'm gonna try it. Get that bread. Get that bread. It's just a welcome gift. New Dev exchange looks promising. I think so as well. Link down below to get 10 free dollars on VeVe, and link below to the DEVVE exchange. Amore Bridges says the way Randy discussing switching coins sounds smart. Kind of want to rebalance too, but scared of missing pumps. And I'll never like sell like, oh, a pump 10x. I sell my whole bag. I would never do that. I'd sell off in pieces, little itty bitty pieces. Little itty bit. Oh my God, where did this go? So I'll explain the drop 10% strategy. For the most part, it's mine. It's not mine. I just came to it independently. There's a bunch of strategies out there where some people will go in and say, I'll take off 5% here, 10% there. It's really more going to be a feeling. Like you could have your plan, but if hey, we think this is you have contingency plans or I have contingency plans for dozens of scenarios. But it all stays the same. If one goes up, I'll sell a little bit of it, and it depends how much it goes up. If it does a 3x, probably not going to take anything. Something does like a 5 or 10x, I'll probably take some, and then that way you go put it in something that hasn't run yet. But it's got to be good quality investments. For me, it has to have revenues, has to be innovative. I have to love the team. And it can't just be, oh, this hasn't run yet, because most things aren't going to run because most things are trash. But yeah, I believe there's going to be 6, 7, 8. For me, I'm really deep in 3, but there's Alluvium, there's Flow, there's Spores, there's Essence, there's a bunch of stuff that I think will run, and I'm just really I don't have a big bag of, so I kind of moon bags. The Tengoku Senso game. I don't even follow that freaking page on X anymore. That's a lie. I think I still do. I don't know why. He raised tariffs to 35% on, I think, on Canada. It was only on select countries. He has deals with a bunch of other countries. And dude, Canada is cooked, bro. Canada is cooked. And if it was August 1st, the deadline for trade deals, Trump is going to ham on some. He is, and I think it's a good time. I think we have a lot of people that are going to benefit from some of these. Get out of here, Shirou. We love you to Shirou. Just I know that referral over the $10 free is legit because I'm broke now. Well, I mean, the $10 you can use on anything over in the VeVe app. You can go in and sell it on Stacker for crypto. So go get that bread. Not financial advice. So it feels risky. I mean, none of this is financial advice. I don't give it unless people pay for it, but none of y'all are paying for it. So, yeah. To the moon. Agree. Okay, let's keep going here. Cut interest rates in September. President Trump says Nancy Pelosi should be investigated for insider trading. Agreed. Agreed, sir. Hysterical. Sorry, I saw a meme. We got Ledger. Dude, guys. There's some people that are handing out that are like mailing people like, hey, this is from Ledger. If you have a Ledger, don't they're not going to send you a piece of mail. Don't click it. Really all I need. Publicly traded company, the Ether Machine, has purchased 15,000 Ethereum worth $57 million. Shirou. White House says crypto and blockchain technology can revolutionize America's financial system. Definity team's going nuts. I love it. Bloomsbury Money offers better global banking solutions for corporate and private clients. At Bloomsbury, we empower global businesses with ultra-high net worth private clients with comprehensive financial solutions designed for complexities of international finance. We offer robust capabilities to manage, move, and optimize your capital across borders with unparalleled efficiency and control. Our UK-issued multi-currency IBAN bank accounts facilitate seamless global transactions. Clients can effortlessly request, send, save, exchange over 30 currencies, ensuring liquidity and flexibility across your diverse financial landscape. Move money your way. I'm going to go in and tell a friend of mine. I'm going to share Telegram. Not only I need the round table. Ow, my body. We should raid because there's 5 people here. Okay, let's move on. Future Trunks watching us embrace AI technology. Yep, he's not happy with us. Weirdly, the higher the interest rates, the more they have to inject via liquidity to finance the debt. The higher assets go, everything is coded. Exactly. Spam OMI to the moon on every live channel. To the moon. Internet censorship push. ID verification blocked by. Never a big fan of censorship. I hope that I don't have to do it for that long. But I do see that. There was a buddy of mine that said like, hey, they want me to like KYC for like Chatterbait. I was like, bro, what? That is wild. The VeVe hype is strong. I agree. Lots of strong hype. And that'll translate to OMI. Randy looking healthier since the hunger strike. Is OMI really going to Coinbase? Yes. I played the clip before. It's through the DEX program, but it is going early as next week. We shall see. And this is that. Tokenization really going to change the game. Tech is evolving fast. Agreed. And DEVVE is at the forefront of it. That's why I have it. Trump banning Congress from stocks kind of wild though. Can't wait, brothers. Robinson Lilo says, been in crypto 3 years. We've got my favorite NFT drops, hands down. Let's go. Let's get this bread. I love this game. Let's go back to Snapchat. Be like, that was a bit. Why can't I? Oh God. Ooh. I love this game. It's a good game. The game is being played very well. Diotis Robin says, SC chilling. I mean, I wouldn't say they're chilling. I would say the opposite. Bro, I know. I will take it. I will take the content. I will take the questions. I will take the viewers, the watch time. I don't care where they're from. I like Captain America saying, but I don't like bullies. I don't care where they're from. I will take the attention. I will take the rev stream. And waiting for a good VeVe sale. Maybe now's the time to stack some. Meow. NFT hype never dies. Reading Lord of the Rings in 1984 could lead to right-wing extremism. Government report warns. What? That's insane. Invesco Galaxy files for Solana Sol ETF with CBOE. Nice. Trump says kill the clipboard. Patient records go digital, not federal. This will allow patients to easily transmit information from one doctor to another. No matter what system they use, they're all transferable. Patients will simply be able to grant their doctors access to their records at the push of a button. There'll be no centralized government-run database. Doctors and patients will always remain in control. We will save time, we'll save money, and most importantly, we will save lives. The U.S. Director of Digital Assets, Bo Hine, says we're enormous fans of Bitcoin. We want as much as we could possibly get. Agreed. Can someone explain how Definity fits into VeVe? It does not. Completely different. Although Definity Markets does own a decent amount of OMI. They own tens of millions of OMI. So maybe we get a Definity drop on them one day. Sign up link works. Gonna try that. Link down below. DEVVE exchange. And for the free $10 on VeVe. Read that, Randy said OMI is going to be on Coinbase next week. According to the, see if I can pull it up here. Where we at? People's Post. Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase, just dropped the alpha live on their earnings call. Starting next week, DEX integration goes live inside the Coinbase app. That means millions of tokens, no more waiting on listings, every Base project instantly tradable, fully on-chain access for everyone. This is huge for Base builders and beyond. The one-stop crypto shop is becoming real, the everything exchange, and it's all happening on-chain. The Fanga Bridge, is VeVe getting big soon? Got to jump in while it's cheap. Preach. Everyone else think OMI's about to moon hard? Not yet. I'd give it a couple months. I'd give it a couple months because right now I'm pretty sure it's taken a giant dump. It is down 2.5% today. 00184 or 181. Ugh. Yes, I might go to 00017 soon. 0017s again. OMI needs a Kickstarter, and it hasn't gotten that kickstart yet. Heat drop always messes up my buys. Same. Let me see what we got here. It's the portfolio what's like 15K today. Wild. OMI's gonna moon to 10 to maybe, I mean, even 10 cents is a lot, bro. It's a lot. 10 cents is a lot. You know, we'll see. We'll see. Low off top, maybe if they do things correctly, they might. Yeah, I just read that. What was the price range from 2099, sir? The secret rare? Take a look. It'll let me. But yeah, shout out to them today for making like 9 grand. Hold on. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12.50. So figure about 14. Yeah, they made like $9,800 today on the drop. And it's a comic that probably gonna do okay. But yeah, tomorrow, in 13 hours, 12 minutes, 17 seconds. The secret rare, bro. The secret rare looks so freaking good. It's 269 of them. A couple $100 easily, like easily couple $100. It looks incredible. The common though, $20, maybe less. 2009. You know, there's 2009 of them. I mean, even if the drop will make 40K, because even if it's just 1,000, you know, get 40. Yeah, the drop probably make 40K tomorrow. Which again, 9,800 today, not bad. Not bad. Sign up for that 10 free bucks, Hilda. Imagine having an OG Ant-Man, but then there's like 4K copies. Kind of takes away the hype. I mean, it depends. I mean, if you have 10,000 people on the app, then less than half of them can get one. And I have 8, and I have 2 sub 100. So, you know, depends. But yeah, right now there's not enough people. Trin Mark says, NFTs look so cute. Might actually be a good investment. I would say so. Maybe. Grace Drying. Anyone else think that Ant-Man price is going to explode 2025? Feels like it. Maybe, Benson. Donatella, great name. Donatella DeVe. Got that DMC NFT. Hope it rises like the last time. Fingers crossed. Ant-Man $900. Wild. I know, right? Wild stuff. Wild thing. You make my heart sing. You make everything groovy. Now it's my time. I'll do what I want, because this is my life. Right here, right now. All right, sorry. All right, let's get back to the show. Where was I before? Oh, Lordy, I was... Okay, actually not that bad. President Trump announces trade deal with South Korea, imposing 15% tariffs and $350 billion investment deal. It's wild when that doesn't even sound big anymore. White House advisor confirms strategic Bitcoin reserve is coming. We believe in accumulation. People will be very pleased. Means net buying. All right, let's go to Link OX from yesterday, who might be coming on the podcast. Let's see what he said. Oh God, he posts so much. My guy, why does he post so much? Reading, going yesterday, open 5. Oh my God, opened a $500,000 XRP short. That is insane. He definitely made money on it though. All right, what are we looking at? Many people hesitate. And we're going to look for that link and we're going to read it because it's awesome. Everything's awesome when you're part of a team. You hear the screeching of an owl, you know the wind begins to howl. You know there's zombies on the prowl. All right, I cannot find this freaking post from Link. Mine will believe until it's real. hesitating about meme coins. If I don't find it soon, I'm just gonna not read it, which is fine. I don't need to. Okay, let's continue on. Aura farming. Hong Kong's new stablecoin regime to begin on Friday after US sets the pace. Been on the cap for months. Praying good news finally. I mean, it's up to over $2 million market cap. David sign up looks super easy. Might check it out. Get that bread. Shiro news got me worried or excited. Someone explained, oh, great stuff. Great stuff. They're doing the Meow Me. They have 100 days of announcements, and I personally get to announce one on Sunday because it's going to be a big one and something that I did, and I can't wait for people to go in and get a load of it. So it's going to be a big rallying cry. VeVe's given $10 for sign up to get people in. Anyone else dropping DMC right now? Victor says banker. Yeah, there's a bunch of people posting about that and using it. I'm not, but a lot of other people are. VeVe Viral says, well, after making a $5,000 bet that OMI would have utility by June 2025, King Ding Dong chose to delete his account of several years along with his integrity rather than honor his word and accept the terms of our bet. Very disappointing. This guy was a fucker, and I'm not gonna lie, this is not honorable. Negative force in the universe. The universe would be better without him. Charizard, bro. Definity is, they make so much money. There was 100. I mean, there's 606 on my end. No, the announcement's not going to be here for a while. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know when. 159. Let's go. These random people in the chat. The bot that somebody deployed the bot Autobots. Let's roll out. Omar saying, love to see the Triple H as a fitness person and announced by Trump. Wait, what? Omar, send me that link. Send me that link, Omar. OMI doesn't go up still. And again, you're going to have to wait a couple months, most likely. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, let's go get this bread. Great. Burritos. Okay. Let me go into my hair. Shove it in your yeah. Shove it in your yeah. Shove it in your yeah. Sorry. What the heck? Sorry. We're going to go shove it. Wild times today. Wild times going on everywhere. Anyway, let's move on. Rip packs, a PSA, very good. That was super bullish. Weekly. Yeah, believes crypto. When's he coming out with a new video? Feel like soon. White House's working group releases lengthy crypto report, including legislative proposals, crypto stockpile details. Fed has no changes in rates because they're gay. Hong Kong's new stablecoin regime to begin on Friday after US sets pace. And Bitcoin's 1% market depth increased over the summer months. Hedera mentioned in the crypto White House report, bullish AF. Pavel Durov revealed that a ton of early adopter was offered 25 million for the Telegram username @crypto, originally purchased for just 350K 2.5 years ago. Ray Fixie says, I can see there's a lot of progress in VeVe official lately. One thing's for sure, we will get VeVe back to her former glory. It's happening. Do what you must with this information. Acid rain. Volcano eruption in Russia, as if the earthquake wasn't enough. God be punishing Russia. Bill Gardner is now level 80. Let's go, Bill Gardner. Get that bread. Definity tokens is another buyback. Just bought 17,437 Definity. Gotta love that. Oh, my back hurts. Huge props to VeVe team for the insane giveaways. Geode scored a secret rare just for liking and retweeting during last week's Omility space. Don't sleep on these community events because you never know what you might win. David Sachs says, Trump is making the U.S. the crypto capital. Today, the White House is releasing its comprehensive report on digital assets, providing long-awaited regulatory clarity for innovators in a cutting-edge industry. President Trump is delivering on his promise to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the planet. Oh, here's me and my first daughter. Long story. Percocets, though. Oh, okay. President Trump says India and Russia have dead economies. I don't care what India does at Russia. They can take their dead economies down together for all I care. Wild work, Trump, wild work. I did have something that I wanted to post about. Oh, friends. Where was it? It was a couple of years ago when you couldn't do something. You're an adult, go to Walmart. Percocets. Okay, I want to talk. No, I don't even know if I can talk about this. I'll go for another 5 minutes. We're going to go to crypto Twitter. And then at crypto Twitter, oh, we got Crypto Cosmos thing, daily bullish vote and complete on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. Same. Get that bread, boys. Same. Shit. Today, the strategy board of directors declared the window closed for courtside tickets. If you want to buy anywhere near these prices, you'll have to find someone. Oh, sorry. If you want to buy anywhere near these prices, you'll have to find someone who wants to take profits. Longs are now making markets on the offer as the company has ceased opportunistic issuance. As the order book becomes offered thin, short interest will grow and fails will begin to persist longer. Better find a ticket scalper because the box office printer is turned off. I'm looking for 2. Center ice against the glass. No shares. No shares. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bullish am I? I don't know about you. I'm feeling 22. Everything will be all right. What do you think Jim is thinking right now? I'm going to snap up some calls on a hedge. Basketball is going. It's amazing. Good stuff from Michael Saylor. Anyway, let's go to crypto Twitter, see what they're talking about. Trump says Senate must stay in session until the entire executive calendar is clear. Wow, so the Senate must stay in session, taking no recess until the entire executive calendar is clear. We have to save our country from the lunatic left. Republicans, for the health and safety of the USA, do your job and confirm all nominees. They should not be forced to wait. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Damn. What we got here? What we got? DigiJoints. Joe Biden says America grows stronger after every crisis. There's been nothing in the course of our country's history that we haven't been able to accomplish when we stood together and set our minds to it. We're the only nation in the world, a significant student of history that has come out of every crisis we've gone into stronger than we went in. Agreed, Joe. Agreed. Quakey airdrops. Nice. Quakey airdrops. Oh, shit. I think Quakey actually messaged me before. I did. Gonna wear the shirt tomorrow. I'll be holding you tight, and there's nowhere in the world I'd rather be than here. All right, I'm trying to find some more crypto stuff. Senator Josh Hawley has proposed the American Worker Rebate Act to provide $600 tariff rebate checks per adult and $600 hairs. That'd be great. And $2,400 per families. I love this idea. It's a great idea. Love it. Stimulate this economy, girl. SpaceX launches 19 Starlink satellites. Boosters, very nice. Cells. Joe Biden says we need new heroes. Okay. We have a master plan with Quakey in my hand. Oh yeah, I love Quakey. I have a Quakey NFT. Walk in. All right, come on, Link. Where are we at here? It's 3 p.m. on Saturday. Come on, Link. Let's get this bread. I hope he wants to come on the show. My body. Man, crypto Twitter is kind of dead right now. Coinbase buys $222 million worth of Bitcoin in Q2 2025. It's insane. And let's go back to who I'm following. Streaming, getting that bread. Sparky says Japan is pretty heckin' neat. Gotta love Sparky. She's pretty awesome. Oh, purchase Nemo thanks to, oh my God. Finding Nemo, 490. Oh my God. Excuse me. Don't know what that is. Gotta love Shiro Nico. A real VeVe Fam Bams. We finally get to see Superman. Gotta love it. Missed the Fam Bam. Nancy Mesa, if you didn't believe in the deep state before, you should believe it exists now. The media will not cover this one. Agreed. We got, glowing oinker. Gotta love it. People are sleeping on this stuff. Love pissing off the woke community. Agreed. Charles Delgado says, anyone gone to the movies to see Fantastic Four? I've seen it 3 days in a row. Took my 3 kids on different days, and they bought friends with them. Glad I purchased 4 unlimited tickets this summer from the Alamo movie theater. I'm gonna say I love this movie. Fantastic Four was great. It was a great movie. Yeah, Bitcoin went down hard. Regarding the claim that glucose spikes are not inherently bad, I would disagree. Glycemic variability is associated with atherosclerosis markers and future CVD/diabetes development, even in people without diabetes. There's even some evidence that glucose variability promotes more oxidative stress and endothelial dysfunction than a consistent but high blood glucose level. Should a healthy person obsess over glucose elevation after meals? Probably not, but it's a risk factor to be aware of and potentially try to modify, prevent. Agreed. I'm going to try to get Dr. Rod and Patrick on the podcast. Be like, would love it if you came on the podcast to talk health with me. With me, is this possible? Ooh. J.K. Rowling says, thank you very much for all the birthday wishes. Having a wonderful day, although I was in a shop earlier and learned that the title of my memoir is already taken. Might have a cigar later and see if I can annoy some people listening to old women speak. That's hysterical. Would love it if you came on the podcast to talk more about your memoir. Is this possible? Come on, J.K. Rowling. Let's get this bread. Someone gave you 3 million right now. What's the first thing that I would buy? Oh God. I'm gonna do some Definity, DEVVE, and some OMI. We're gonna shill them. We're gonna talk them about that. Price prediction Spider-Man. Yeah, common say 28, rares 250. Okay, special edition 400. That might be a lot, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye. Shout out to the 659 people that are here. Bye, guys. Yeah.